Hey, welcome to 12 Tone. A while back I was talking with my brother and he asked me a pretty interesting question. Can a song be bad? Not in a subjective sense, of course. No one's arguing that you can't listen to a song and not enjoy it. But can it be objectively bad? Can you listen to it and conclude that not only do you not enjoy it, but that anyone who does is wrong? And if you can, what sorts of criteria would you use? From the perspective of a music theorist, what makes a song fundamentally not good? Well, a common complaint I see is simplicity. The idea here is that some songs are too easy to write or to play, and that makes them lower quality than more advanced compositions. This is often framed as a critique of modern popular music, something along the lines of it being the same 4 chords over and over again. And that's often true. A lot of pop music these days is just a 4-chord loop throughout the entire song. But so is Stand By Me, and I don't hear many people calling that a bad song. Heck, forget 4 chords. Harlan Howard once described country music as 3 chords and the truth, a description that's also been applied to punk rock, the blues, and other genres. The point is, simple music can still be emotionally powerful, and a song can be important even if it's not hard to write. So if difficulty is not a good measure, then how about technical proficiency? If the drummer can't keep time, the singer can't find the key, the lyrics are sloppy, and the instruments are out of tune, that sounds pretty unenjoyable. But does that make it objectively bad? Well, I'm not going to say no here, but I will offer a counterexample. The Shags. The Shags were a band made up of 3 sisters from New Hampshire whose father was convinced due to a clairvoyant prediction from his mother that his daughters would form a popular band. In order to facilitate that, he kept them out of school, stopped them from socializing, and for some reason didn't let them listen to music. They eventually recorded an album called Philosophy of the World, and to put this as nicely as I can, it had numerous technical flaws. And yet, legendary rocker Frank Zappa described the Shags as better than the Beatles, and other fans included Terry Adams and Kurt Cobain. The albums gained a significant cult following, provoking arguments on whether it's the worst album ever or the best. And I have to admit, I find some of it oddly compelling. It's almost beautiful in its lack of proficiency. I may not listen to it very often, but I don't think I can really call it bad. It is what it wants to be, and I have to respect that. Which brings up a promising criterion, artistic merit. Can we judge songs on that? Well, first we have to define it, but one view that I've often heard advocated is that a song has artistic merit if it accurately conveys the artist's intent. But I really don't like this answer. It frames art as primarily about expression, which makes it static. The artist puts their meaning into it, and that's it. There's nothing more to be said. Anything you find in there that wasn't intentional is a mistake and should be viewed as a strike against the work of art. But let me ask you a question. What are the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody about? Do you have any idea? Because Freddie Mercury once described it as random rhyming nonsense and said, I think people should just listen to it, think about it, and then make up their own minds as to what it says to them. It's possible it had a deeper meaning to Mercury, but we'll never know. He's sworn the band to secrecy about any intended message. So does that make the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody bad because they don't clearly communicate Freddie Mercury's vision? I don't think you'd find very many people willing to argue that case. That's why I prefer a model of artistic merit based not on expression, but experience. That is, it's not about the message the artist puts in, but the message the audience receives. If the song moves you, it moves you, and it doesn't matter whether the artist meant to or not. Problem is, that's inherently subjective. Even seemingly simple songs can have very different meanings to different listeners, and when you get to things like Bohemian Rhapsody, the number of possible interpretations is practically limitless, all of them valid. Some of those interpretations may be uncompelling, and if that's how you hear it, then maybe you won't enjoy the song, but I don't think you can really project that onto anyone else. But there's one last criterion I could come up with, and I think it's simultaneously the best and worst one: morality. Songs don't exist in a vacuum, and some of them wind up advocating for really problematic ideas. Maybe they're playing into harmful stereotypes about women or relationships, or maybe they're promoting despicable philosophies like white supremacy. Or maybe your problem isn't with the art, but the artist. Maybe they're a known domestic abuser, or they're overtly racist, sexist, anti-LGBT, or whatever. All of those, I think, are strong reasons to not support their art and to conclude that other people shouldn't either. But does that make the art itself bad? That's a little harder to answer, and I'm not really sure. Like, the beat can still be catchy, the chords can still be beautiful, the lyrics can still be clever, all the markings of a good song can be there, but artistic expression is inherently political, and I think it's fair to take political issue with it. But is the message you're critiquing a part of the song itself, or is it a separate thing entirely that has no impact on the quality of the music? I don't know, and if I'm being honest, I don't think it's that important. Either way, the practical effect is the same. So, can a song be bad? I don't think so. Not objectively, anyway. Again, this isn't to say that you have to like every song, but you can't really predict how a song will impact someone else, and if it's popular enough that it manages to reach your ears, there's gotta be something good there, even if you can't find it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to help make these videos possible, please consider supporting 12 Tone on Patreon or checking out our store. You can also join our mailing list to find out about new episodes. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and keep on rockin'.